Welcome, class. Today we are going to talk about a very important concept in business management, organizational structure. Specifically, we are looking at centralization versus decentralization. Put simply, when a company is building its product or growing its team, who actually gets to make the big decisions? Let's dive in.
Every new business or startup faces one massive problem as they start to grow. When a problem arises, what should an employee do? Should they wait and ask the CEO, or should they take the initiative and do it yourself? The answer to this question defines the company's entire strategy. Let's start with the first strategy, centralization. Imagine a pyramid. In this structure, all the power stays right at the top tip of that pyramid. The CEO or the founders make all the important decisions. The rest of the teams are simply there to execute the plan exactly as they are instructed. There is no guessing. You just follow the playbook. What does this look like in the real world? Imagine an early-stage tech startup where the founder personally sits down and interviews every single new employee. Why do they do this? Because it works perfectly for maintaining absolute consistency. It protects the founder's original vision and ensures no one is hired who doesn't fit the culture. Now, let's flip the script and look at decentralization. Instead of a pyramid, think of a web. The core idea here is that power is pushed down the chain. Middle managers and everyday teams are empowered to make their own choices. The top management steps back from the day-to-day tasks and focuses only on the big picture direction. For example, imagine a regional manager who is given a $10,000 budget to run local ads. In a decentralized system, they don't have to email the CEO to ask for permission. They just do it. Why does this work? Because it allows for lightning-fast speed. It also creates highly motivated employees who feel trusted to do their jobs. But neither system is perfect. Both have danger zones. The centralization trap? The CEO becomes a bottleneck. Nothing gets done because everyone is just standing around waiting for approval. The decentralization trap? Chaos. Because there is no unified control, different teams might start moving in totally opposite directions, wasting time and money. So which one should a business use? It depends on their life cycle phase. Phase 1 is launch. When you have 0 to 20 employees, you centralize. You need a singular, focused vision to survive. Phase 2 is scale. Once you hit 50+ employees, you must decentralize. If the CEO is still trying to approve every little detail at this size, the startup will choke and stop growing entirely. The smartest modern companies don't just pick one. They use a hybrid model called aligned autonomy. Think of a rowing team. You centralize the vision. The leader at the back with the megaphone tells everyone where they are going. But you decentralize the execution. The rowers decide exactly how hard to pull the oars to get there. Huge companies like Spotify and Google use this exact model. To wrap things up, here is your final takeaway. Centralization protects the vision, while decentralization drives the growth. You need a balance of control and empowerment. The ultimate secret to scaling a business successfully is simply knowing exactly when it's time to switch from one to the other. Thank you for listening.